Our leaders have made quick work of the swim. They are already. Alex VanderLinden coming in second place here at the 2016 Bellwood Triathlon. Great running from VanderLinden. And Angela Quick is going to come in to win the women's overall.
All right, we're here with the terrible twosome and Bellwood. Another win for Angela. Second place for Alex. Let's start with you, Angela. Tell us about what happened today.
It was a pretty uneventful race. It's fun for me for the swim to kind of mix it up with the guys, so I kind of try to give them a little bit of a hard time and see how long I can kind of hang in. So I was third on the water, including the men, which is, yeah, it's fun to kind of be up there and start the bike with them and kind of get to see the race unfold from the middle of the race. So the bike, I just kind of tried to hold off the chase from behind as long as I could. And then the run was more just working on little cues, like, you know, keeping my knees up high and having a fast turnover, and just running through the 7.5K as fast as I could.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, you know, you weren't too challenged too much from behind, so is it a matter of trying to keep up with these dudes?
Yeah, so it's fun to mix it up with the men, and there's some other teammates from HR that I knew were kind of gonna try and get me from behind on the bike. So it's not necessarily a gender thing, it's try to just hold off anyone regardless of gender.
Yeah. So tell us about your race. I know you had to mix it up there with Jackson and Alex.
Yeah, you know, I think I have the most second place finishes out of any triathlete in Ontario. You know, first it was Lionel, then Cody, and now Jack's on the scene. And it just seems like always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But it's the great thing with Ontario. Like, there's always fast racers. Like every race. Like today, Jack showed up, who's been crushing it in like the non-draft Olympic distance stuff with Rev 3. Alexander Hinton, ITU stud. So I knew he was going to be strong swim, run. So I just kind of good at all three, so, you know, had a decent swim, strong bike, and then a good run. Not the fastest in any three, but still pulled out the second, so happy with that.
Now let's make a connection here. I know an article just came out about mixing it up, so tell us about that, and I'm going to tie it into you guys, because obviously you know, coming out of the swim, very often a lot of the races together. I assume you guys train together a lot of times, so let's talk about your article first.
Yeah, so as you're saying, I just wrote an article for Triathlon Magazine Canada about like mixing up, especially middle of the season here. So the big inspiration for that article was I raced the Xterra race at Mind Over Matter in Milton 2 weeks ago now. It's usually something I do every year. It's a great mid-season break, playing in the trees instead of staring at the yellow line sometimes. And I think it's great for all athletes to do, whether it's mixing it up with a short course versus long course, throwing in a duathlon, or even a single sport race like a swim meet or run or bike race. So, but yeah, as you were saying, we do quite a bit of our training together. It actually works out really well with kind of our strengths and weaknesses. The only thing we don't do a ton is running.
We don't run together, but usually if I'm at the track, Alex is on the stopwatch, or sometimes if I do a long run, Alex is on the bike. But swimming, yeah, we always swim basically in the same lane head to head, so it's kind of one of those things where any one day one of us could be better than the other in the pool. So there's a lot of workouts where we really push each other in the swimming, and then the same thing on the bike. I'm not quite in touch if we draft, but I'm close enough that I can still see Alex if we're doing hard intervals on the bike. It's just the running that we have to kind of take our own direction.
Keeps us sharp, because you can never really slack off. Like, because I know if I slack in the pool, Andrew's going to chase me down. Same on the bike. I always try to pull away from her and see how fast I can do it, and she tries to hang on. And like, we've been lucky with swimming with like the varsity team at U Waterloo, like great coach with Jeff Slater, and so it's not just the two of us. We have a bit more of a support system, which is invaluable. So.
Yeah. So I know some couples struggle with having two triathletes in the same family and trying to juggle schedules and personalities and all that sort of thing. But I know you guys have been at it for quite a while together, so how's it work?
I think the biggest thing is, like, you have to leave what happens at the workout in the workout. So like if Alex says something that maybe rubs you the wrong way, you just have to think of it. It's one of those things like it's a workout thing, and then once you come back home, that's your home life, and there's a kind of like a complete disconnect between the two. Usually it's him telling me to pick it up, princess. So now that's kind of a bit of a joke between the two of us.
She yelled it at me on the run today. She told me to pick it up, princess. But I think like dating a triathlete, like it makes some things super easy. Like and just definitely understanding when I just don't want to do the dishes that night because I'm exhausted from a workout. And then we both understand like going to bed at 9 o'clock, like that's totally okay in our house. Neither one really wants to stay up late, or date nights have to be done by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
We kind of operate on the same schedule, which I guess is lucky in that regard.
All right, so congratulations on today, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.